are you? So, Ari is out today. She's not feeling good, so later I'm gonna swing by her house, bring her to the Minute Clinic. But I wanted to get with you guys, so we're gonna just try and do things a little faster today. This is our beginners get ready for the day routine, where we do full body, get ready for the day. And I realized yesterday that I want to focus a little bit more on weight shift, so we're focusing on some knee stuff, some core stuff, but the weight shifting is super important. So we'll get to do a fair bit of that too. But for now, I want you to put your feet a little wider than your shoulders. I'll just double check that. Can you all see me? Can you all see me? Yes, hooray, good. And we're just going to take some breaths in and out, and we're going to loosen and straighten our knees. When I say loosen, I call it softening the knees, meaning you're not really bending them, but you're just kind of letting them go a little bit, and then you're straightening right back up. So you're just kind of getting a little mobility in there, because you've been asleep, or maybe you haven't, but it's still early morning, so we need to give ourselves a little bit of time for our whole bodies to wake up. And breathing in and out. In through your nose and out through your mouth. I may not be able to see the comments from here, but I'm going to send big hearts to you all. And thank you for being here. And while we're doing that, raise our arms up and down. As we're just loosening and straightening our knees. Just leave them there, the front, and to the side, and to the front, and to the side. So for anybody just joining, this beginner routine is for you, even if you've never done anything like this before, or you're just getting back maybe from an injury, or just haven't done it in a while. This is for everybody and anybody, but it's progressive. So we're slowly moving up, so you can always go back to the earlier ones if you want. And opening and closing our fingers and our toes. So now if your toes aren't opening and closing, I just want you to imagine it. Think about what that would feel like. If your toes were opening like your fingers, like a fan. And wrists are wiggling to the side. And they're flapping up and down. And little circles in. And little circles out. And then we're going to go for a little bit of a deeper knee bend. Still not your full knee bend, just a little one, bending and straightening, kind of bobbing up and down. And coming back up, and we're going to do the first set of these. So you're going to bend right where your stomach is, like you're just pulling it tight, like you're bowing, or you've got a tummy ache, and then stretching back up. Try and feel this. You can put your hand on it so you can feel it a little bit better. We want to activate this part right here. We're going to be doing eventually we're going to work up to crunches, and this is for our core. So we're just kind of bowing and straightening back up again. One more waist. We want to get this core strong. Knees are also something that tends to get injured, so we want to be careful with them. I'm sorry that I'm not answering your comments today. I can't see them from here, I'm sorry. And Ari is sick, so I'm gonna go fetch her and bring her to her doctor of choice once this is over. So grab onto something sturdy nearby. Let's do our legs right away. And that is one leg in front of the other. And you're leaning into that front leg. But I do want you holding on here for balance, because this is a stretch. It's not not really exercise. I like to go slowly up and down in a continuous motion, but you can just hold it there if you want. This is all pretty much fascial work. That's an organ under your skin that people didn't even know existed until some years back. So straightening up, and then we're going to lower down. We're focusing on that back leg that's bending, and giving that a little stretch. And swinging that leg forward. So you can either hold your heel on the ground, or you can lift your leg up in the air because you're hanging on. You wiggle that foot from side to side. Then you're going to flap it up and down. And I'm going to rest it on the balls of your feet. And just do very gentle back and forth, not too much. I'm going to keep this very small at first. I'm just trying to activate various different parts of our body, but especially those that we're going to be needing for everything. Well, if you're doing dance with me, for dance, but also for everyday life. So turning around, the other leg forward, and you're hanging on. I just don't have anything nearby, so you're stretching that back leg. You can either hold it still, or you can do kind of little bounces like I'm doing, but make them very smooth and slow. You don't want to do anything sharp. Your fascia does not like that. And coming back up. And you're going to go down on that back leg. And in that back leg, and also up and down movement. Or you can just hold it there. Depending on how you feel. Nice stretch, and then we're going to bring it forward. And you can keep your heel on the ground, you can lift it up a little bit, you're still hanging on here. And you're wiggling your foot back and forth. And then you flap it up and down. And you rest on the balls of your feet. And just give a gentle kind of rock back and forth. From the inside to the outside of your foot. But keep your heel a little bit off the ground. Alright, so let's go to a little bit bigger knee bend. So this time I'm going to go down very slowly and come back up, but you're going to bend your knees more. You can give yourself a good bend here. And we're just going to go up and down slowly. Knees are another thing that like slow continuous movements rather than sharp ones. So that's what we're going to be doing. So we don't want this to injure you. Now when you're doing this one, remember that your knees are aligned over your feet. So you don't want them going inwards, you don't want them going outwards. You want them aligned with your feet. So you may need to adjust your stance depending on your own body, because this is about you and we're all unique, different, and special. So you want it to be good for you. So coming back up, and another set of crunches. This time, let's bring the arms up, maybe to here, or you can just put them at your sides. And we'll do the same thing that we're tightening here at the waist, and crunching over, and coming back up, and try to feel this part of you stretching. If you don't feel it, a good way to start is to put your hand on it, where the muscle that you want to be working, and that helps your brain connect to it a little better. And the core is something that we need for life too. So we're going to focus on those main things: knees, core, and weight shift. So saying yesterday in our dance class that it is very important to know how your body functions. Coming back up again, and shoulders up, and shoulders down, shoulders up, shoulders down, and they're gentle movements. We're not trying to stretch anything here. Just trying to get our head moving. And coming back, just bobbing your chin like a bobblehead. And coming back up and rocking from side to side. This is just at the top of your neck. So one ear is kind of pointing towards your shoulder. And rocking back and forth. Little movement. And coming back. And we're going to do our diagonals. So we're going to take our chin, just going to drop on a diagonal towards your shoulder. And then you're going to draw a line on a diagonal. And bring your head back to neutral. Going to the other side. And we're going to draw a diagonal on that side. Middle, and we're going to do our heavy chin exercise. Your chin drops down like you've got lead in your chin, and your ear is going to roll towards your shoulder. I'm not saying right or left because I'm really not bothered which one you want to start with. I want you to just kind of alternate, or at least every so often switch to the other side. So our chin is so heavy that it keeps pulling us down. Ear comes to the shoulder, and then the heavy chin brings us down the middle, and it rolls to the other side, and the heavy chin comes down. The chin stays down all the time because it's so heavy. And back to the middle, and come up, and then up, and to neutral, and up, and to neutral, up, and to neutral, up, and to neutral. Okay, so let's do our last set of knee bends and our last set in the middle. So get that over with, and now we can move to our other stuff. So now we're going to do a big granddaddy knee bend. You don't want your heels to come off the floor. You want to keep your heels on the floor. Put your hands down here, or bend a little bit forward, keep your balance, that is okay. We're just trying to get some mobility in there. And try and push into the ground as you come up. Push something away from you. And then we're going to go down, and we're going to stay there. And we're going to blend a little more. And straighten a little, and bend. And straighten and bend. Just going to kind of rock back and forth in that position. Remember to keep your knees aligned with your feet. You do not want to go to either side because your knee is a joint that likes to keep straight. And we're going to pause on there again. And just let it hang, let gravity pull you down a little. Relax. And coming back up, I'm going to do that last set. Same thing, bending from your waist. And coming up. Your waist. And coming up. If you want to put your hand or hands on there to feel it, go ahead and do that. It's like you're bowing at the waist. At our side and just lifting our lower arms up and down. And bring them up. We're going to full half like a chicken. So now we are pretty much through. I just want to focus on our weight shift. So say someone says take a step to the side, right? So step to the side. This is something we do in Latin dance, where we do a side step. Taking that step involves body mechanics, so particularly if you want to do it easily and you want to be able to speed it up, do it more quickly. But this is something also when we're just doing regular steps, forwards, backwards, however it is that you step, is where our body weight is. So thinking of your hips and your shoulder as forming a square. So these are the four corners, and they've got lines attaching them. So you have the square, and I want you to keep this square. I don't want anything to go. I don't want a shoulder to go up. I don't want a hip to go out or up or anything like that. So if you're going to move this square, pretend there's a flat tabletop right where the bottom of your square is. And you're only allowed to slide that square right across that tabletop here. So just let's practice that for a sec. Little knee bend. The more bend your knees, the more range of movement you're going to have with this. And remember, keep that square, just slide across that table, that flat surface, and one leg to the other. Do that. That's back and forth a little bit. And then we'll talk about how we're going to use that square for balance and to do the steps that we want to do. This can be very important for a lot of things, also like climbing stairs, knowing where your weight is, moving with a little more agility. That's important. So, back up. Okay, so let's go to our side step. So say I want to step to my right leg in this case, and then I want to bring my left leg to my right leg. So I just want to do a side step like this. So before I even begin to move my right leg, I need to take my square and I need to shift it over onto my left leg. So I'm doing this little movement here, I'm putting that square over it. Remember, it's on a flat surface, so it's not going anywhere here. And I'm stacking it over my leg. We've got legs we call, the leg that's going to stay in place, we call it the, oh gosh, the base leg. Didn't get a lot of sleep, so words are failing me. So we have a working leg and a standing leg. So the standing leg is the one that stays on the ground. The working leg is the one that's going to move. So you want to shift that square and your body weight over that standing leg. And that is going to free your working leg to move, right? Because if you're standing on two legs and you're trying to take a step to the side, it's going to be hard because you've got to take everything with you. So if you have your body weight, so you've taken your square, you've shifted it over, you've got a nice stack. So from your standing leg up through your head, so you're all like if somebody drew a line down your middle, and that just frees up this leg to take a nice easy step. So you can put it out however much you want to step. And now you're going to take that square and pretty much just what we did. You're going to slide it across, so your bottom of your square, which is where your hips are, you're going to slide that onto your other leg. So this is now your standing leg. You're going to stack it all on top, and that's going to free up your working leg here to come in. And so we're going to step the other way. Well, our weight's already here, but if you're starting from 0, you're shifting that square onto your base leg, onto your standing leg. This one is free. And put it out. And slide your square across to that base leg. And bring the other one in. Same thing when you're walking forward. Now, even though you're walking forward, I don't want you to lose that square. Your hips can come out a little bit, but I don't want you to step in like that. So just a little step forward. But before you even start to step, You're going to do the same thing. You're going to shift your weight over onto one leg, and that'll free up the leg you want to step on, that working leg. You step forward, push into the ground, and you're going to slide that square onto the other leg. This one is free, so you can bring it through. And you're going to slide that square now onto that leg. So moving forward, you've got your weight shifted over here, you're freed up this leg, you're stepping onto it, and you're shifting your weight over it. This leg now has no weight on it, so it's very easy to move. And now shift that body weight over onto this leg. This one is free. Bring it forward and shifting your weight onto it. And this one slides through, shifting onto it. It's a very important base concept. You know, it's something that we definitely need in dance that not many people cover, so I wanted to make sure that we just start thinking about it and slowly starting to implement it. But as said, in life, it's super, super important for whatever you're doing, because you know, maybe you want to walk a little faster, you need to step over something, you need to climb stairs, and if your weight's in the middle, you know, climbing stairs is going to be hard. You need to shift and free up that leg so you can get up more easily. So that's one last thing, and then I'm going to let you all go, and we're going to hop right back on again for the intermediate. So I'm going to take a nice stance here. Again, nice and straight but relaxed. And I want you to feel like somebody's tipping you forward, so the weight is coming off your heels. So you're just kind of on the balls of your feet, and then come back. And then go back on the balls of your feet, and come back. And I'm just going to rock back and forth a couple times like that. Just want you to start feeling that, where your weight is. It's also very good for balance, because balance is also something that we have to practice and build up and maintain. All right, my Flair flies. Let's breathe in and breathe out. And stretching wide to the walls. Give yourself a hug. You did it, Flair flies. So happy to see you this morning. I'm sorry if I'm not answering the comments, but thank you all for being here. Thank you for supporting. And there's a lot of you who are here very frequently. I really appreciate it. We all do here. And yeah, if you were at the live yesterday, if you had a good time, I had a good time. And I love you, my Flair flies. I will see you very soon. We'll be right back with the intermediate.